Good morning, my lovely students. My name is Sumaya Badr. I'm an English teacher from Palestinian schools in Qatar. Today I present for you period 7 from unit 7 for grade 10. Now, today we will have grammar rule and it's very important. It is passive and active. In this grammar rule, we will discuss I will explain for you the passive and active in the present perfect and in the past perfect. Okay, before we start, let's make a quick revision for these rules. Okay. Now, we have passive and active. What is the rule for passive and active in the present perfect? The rule for present perfect in passive is yes, object plus have, has, plus been, plus the past participle. For example, we have here active example, Carrie has paid the bill. What is the verb here? The verb is has paid, and the verb is in the present perfect. If we change this example into present perfect passive, we start with the object. Where is the object? Yes, the object is the bill. So we start with the bill. The passive form for this sentence is the bill. Yes, then we follow with verb to be has plus been plus the past participle for the verb paid will be paid, and yes, by Carrie. Okay, now what about the past perfect? The past perfect rule is object plus had plus been plus the past participle. For example, here we have active example. The brave men had defended the city. Here we have the brave is subject, the brave men is the subject, had defend is the verb, and we have the city is the object. Now we will change this sentence from active to passive. Yes, it will start with the object is, here the object is the city, then we will put had, after had been, and the past participle verb. See the example. How we change the example into the passive. This is the example. The city had, here we start with the object. The city had been defended by the brave men. Okay, now let's go and discuss the examples in period 7, page 12. Open your student box, page 12, please. Okay, my lovely students, now let's go to activity 1, read the examples. Here in these examples, I explain for you how we change from active sentences to passive sentences in the present and past perfect. Let's read the first and the second one and discuss them. Number 1, since then, various enemies have attacked the city 52 times. Here we have active sentence because it starts with subject, and the sentence in the present perfect. Look at example 2. Now read the example and try to guess what did we change in this sentence in order to make it passive. I will read it for you. Since then, the city has been attacked. Here I start with the city, the object, then I put has, then followed with been, and the past participle of the verb. Okay, so here when I change from passive to active, from active to passive in the present perfect, the rule will be object plus have, has, plus been, plus the past participle. Let's go to Example 3 and 4. Example 3. People have altered 5 gates. Now this is a yes active sentence. Read example 4 and see how did we change from active sentence to passive sentence in the present also perfect. Number 4. 5 gates have been altered. Here I start with object 5 gates plus have plus been plus yes the past participle tense. Now we will go to example 5 and 6. In this example we have past perfect. I will read example 5. Mamluks had ruled it for years. Yes, the sentence in the past perfect because we have had plus past participle ruled. Now, look at example 6. Here I change from the active into passive. Listen, I start with the object, it. It had been ruled by Mamluks for years. Here I use the rule for past perfect and I change the sentence from active to passive. I start with it, the object, plus had, plus been, plus the past participle for the verb, and I continue the sentence. Okay, now look at example 7. Here also we have the negative form for the past perfect in the active. I will read the sentence. Number 7. They had not looked after it well. Now look at how did I change it into passive. Number 8. This is the object. It had not been looked after well. Okay, so I start with object plus had not plus been plus the past participle of the verb. Okay, now let's answer the sentences and let's check the correct answer. You have 5 sentences. Take 2 minutes in order to prepare them quickly. Start please. Okay, now let's check your answers. Number 1, we use was, were, or has, have been. The rule is yes, has, have been. Past participle to form the present perfect passive as example 2 and 4. Look at example 2 and 4. They use have been or has been. Number 2, we use has or have been, had been, past participle to form the past perfect passive. In example 6 and 8, look at example 6 and 8, they used had been, not have been. Yes, correct. Number 3, when we change the passive, we can keep the subject as by plus agent. Yes, this is correct. Not keep the subject. No, we keep the subject. We put by and plus agent. As in example 1, 2, 5, 6, look at them, or most of them used by agent, plus agent. Number 4, if the subject is not important or not known, as in example 3, then it is usually keep or not kept or not kept. As example 4, look at example 4. Yes, it is not kept. Number 5, if the subject is understood, as in example 7, then it is usually keep or not kept or not kept. As in example 8, it is not kept. Look at example 8. Yes, it is not kept. Yeah, you have 1 minute to check your answers and try to correct the mistakes of them. Okay, my lovely students, now let's go to activity 2 on the same page. Write part of a report. Put the archaeological workers' words into the passive. Now you will read this short paragraph. You try to rewrite it. You will use the passive form. You will have 5 minutes in order to rewrite the paragraph into passive. Start, please. Now let's check your answers. I will read. Work on the Gaza project was started 3 years ago, and already a lot has been done. Work was begun on the northeast corner, and several other areas have been studied since then. Roman coins, glass bottles, and jewelry have been found, and some exciting archaeological remains have also been discovered. For example, several beautiful flowers have been found, and the pieces of several excellent vases have been put together. You have 2 minutes in order to check your writing and try to correct the mistakes of them. Start. Now let's go to activity 3. Write another part of the report. Put the worker's words into the passive. Also here we have the second paragraph, the second paragraph from the archaeological words. You will rewrite it, you will use the passive form. You have 3 minutes. Start. Now let's check your answers. I will read. After the project had been accepted, this is a passive sentence, by the government, work was begun in June 3 years ago. After the area had been studied carefully, an exact plan of the site was drawn. When the most interesting area had been chosen, the earth was moved away. When we had gone down 50 centimeters, ancient remains were found. After the position of each piece had been drawn on our plan, it was cleaned and photographs were taken of it. Okay, my lovely students, you have 3 minutes in order to check your answers and try to correct the mistakes of them. Start. Now, this will be the last activity in our lesson. I hope you get benefit from it. Thank you for your attendance. I hope you see you soon. Good luck.